So you're on Chapter 3 Moon, and after countless of lineups and countless of tries, you finally found what you think is the right lineup to beat Chapter 3 Moon. And after following many guides, looking across YouTube, you think you got the right strategy down. Maybe you're a wiki kind of person and you look up the stage on the wiki and check the enemy stats, levels, and percentages. Or maybe you just hop into the level first try and improvise from there. But whatever you did to get to this point, you are finally here on Chapter 3 Moon, and you were definitely going to beat this attempt. Maybe you stalled incorrectly, so your first dragon stack died, but you're trying so hard to build up a second stack, so you can finally take out this damn bun, and you finally got Swimmer Cat off a rare cat ticket that we got from the login bonuses, and you got that Delinquent Cat. This is the run that you beat Chapter 3 Moon. But what is after Chapter 3 Moon? And yes, you read the title correctly. This is a guide on how to progress through Battle Cats for beginners. This is probably going to be a 3-part video. So the first video is going to be for beginners, the second video is going to be for people in mid-game, and the third video is going to be people for the end game. And I'd be surprised if someone was in that exact situation which I explained in the intro. Now, you must be wondering what this whole video is going to be about. And it's about progressing through Battle Cats, and there's no wrong way to progress through Battle Cats. It's just there is a perfect, efficient way to do it. And it's a way where you won't get stuck too much and you'll be able to progress very smoothly. Because I've seen in the past in a lot of my Craze Cat guides and other guides that people tend to get stuck very easily and they are progressing in a weird way which makes them get stuck. So here it is, the video on how to smoothly progress through Battle Cats for beginners, and let's get right onto it. So you beat Chapter 3 Moon, what do you do next? You have Into the Future, which is available to you now, or you can go to the legend stages. Which one should you do? And this decision is the beginning of the cycle of getting stuck repeatedly on hard stages. The most efficient way to go about it is going to the legend stages first and waiting on Into the Future and not touching it yet, because Into the Future was introduced a long while after Chapter 3, so it doesn't make that much sense to hop right into the Future after you just beat Chapter 3 Moon. But I mean, you could always have some anti-alien Ubers, and maybe Into the Future is the right choice for you because you have lots of anti-alien units. But let's say you don't, so what do you do? Because Into the Future was available to you right after beating Chapter 3 Moon. So what a lot of people do is they go straight to it and they ignore everything else. And this is exactly how they get in the cycle of getting stuck on big time stages. So here is the smooth way of progressing. So after you just beat Chapter 3 Moon, it is highly recommended to start Stories of Legend and get those legend stages done. The reason you do this, one, is for the cat food, because you get 30 cat food per sub-chapter in Stories of Legend, and you get a flag with that too. And not to mention the amount of XP you can get from clearing these Stories of Legend stages. Plus, the first 3 sub-chapters are stupidly easy, and you'll probably be able to do the 3-star stages, maybe even 4-star if you have some good gacha units. So most of the time spent after beating Chapter 3 should be on the legend stages, and not just Stories of Legend. There's also weekly events like cat food stages, XP stages, monthly events, new events like with the 5-year anniversary going on. There's lots of cat food reward events and lots of things you can do there. So let's say you got pretty far and you made it all the way to Star Ocean and you're stuck there now. What do you do from here? Now, you will most likely get stuck on a Stories of Legend stage, but you will not be stuck in a cycle like you would be if you started Into the Future. So if you do get stuck on Stories of Legend, maybe it's time to start doing the cat ticket chances. And this is a big thing for beginners because you want to get as much levels as quick as possible so you can be able to do and progress through these next few chapters, and maybe even getting to Craze Cats, and I'll hop into that in a second here. But doing these cat ticket chances, Siege of Hippo, or whatever cat ticket stage it is essential for beginners because you need all the levels you can get. Now before we hop into the Craze Cats, let's look at the flip side. So let's say you decided to take on Into the Future first, right after beating Chapter 3 Moon. So you'll struggle your way along Into the Future Chapter 1, and once you do have all the treasures, maybe you get stuck on Floating Continent, and maybe you get stuck on Into the Future Moon. Or maybe even beat Into the Future Moon and you unlock Into the Future Chapter 2. Well, this all has a huge negative because while you're progressing through Into the Future, you're not getting as much as you would while progressing through Stories of Legend, and this is the main reason why you want to do the Legend stages first. Because while you're progressing through Stories of Legend, it will be in a very relaxed way because it takes up a lot of energy and flags unless you have them. So if you don't have any flags, you just have to wait for your energy. Plus, I do not recommend spending cat food on energy at all, and you will slowly build up your levels as you progress through Stories of Legend way faster than you would while progressing through Into the Future Chapter 1. And another reason why you want to do Legend stages first is because Into the Future was introduced way after Craze Cats were already implemented in the game. So it only makes sense to progress through Stories of Legend and get some Craze Cats and then take on Into the Future Chapter 1. This way you will not get stuck anywhere for a long period of time. And I did say some Craze Cats. You don't have to get all of the Craze Cats now before you take on Into the Future Chapter 1. The only Craze Cat you really need is Craze Whale. And Craze Whale or Craze Fish is the easiest Craze Cat to get. And it's possible with level 25 cats. So that is a key thing when progressing through Battle Cats, is following the order it was released is probably the smoothest way. And you're probably wondering about this whole stuck cycle I've been talking about, where you get stuck in a cycle and you get stuck over and over again. So basically, if you do rush through Battle Cats, you won't be able to have your cat levels catch up to your progression level. So if you're progressing through Battle Cats in a very fast way and you hopped right into the Future Chapter 1 after you beat Chapter 3 Moon, and maybe you even did Into the Future Chapter 2 right after you beat Into the Future Chapter 1, you will progress fast. That's a key thing here. But another key thing is your cat levels will not be able to catch up with your progression. And what this causes is, it causes you to get stuck on certain levels for a long period of time so your cat levels can catch up and you could progress again. But once you do eventually get your cat levels catched up and you progress again, you're just going to get stuck again, because then you have to get your cat levels progressed up to your level again, and that's the whole cycle here. So just take it slow and be patient with your cat levels. Do not progress too fast or you will constantly be getting stuck. And this is the whole reason why people get stuck on Into the Future Chapter 1 and Craze Cats, or Into the Future Chapter 2. So to summarize, this is the beginner's order I would go in. So after you beat Chapter 3 Moon, start doing Legend stages. Maybe get up to Sea of Tuna or however far you can get, and maybe doing cat ticket chances on the side, doing the XP events, monthly events, getting those key monthly cats, maybe getting some special cats to true formed, and once you're ready, you can take on Craze Fish. Once you get Craze Fish, or you think you're ready for Into the Future Chapter 1, then you could go back progress through into the future chapter 1. Now this is where you stop. Do not go into the future chapter 2 right after beating chapter 1. Go back to Stories of Legend, get all the crazed cats now, because you should be able to get them all now. And once you have that, now you can smoothly, ever so smoothly progress through into the future chapter 2 and 3. After that, you're heading into the mid-game of Battle Cats, and maybe you can say mid-game marks getting all the crazed cats, but I'd say after you beat Into the Future Chapter 3, then you're really getting into the mid-game for Battle Cats and taking on more Stories of Legend stages with that Awakened Bahamut and moving on to Manic Cats. So this is a whole guide on how to progress through Battle Cats in a smooth way. Once again, you can progress however you want to progress, but if you are getting stuck constantly, this may be the reason why. So just take some key things from it, and the mid-game and end-game video will be out, not soon, but it will be out, so just keep an eye out for that. And let me guys know what you think of this whole format for this video. I know this was more of a chill video and more of a laid-back video, but it is aimed to beginners, so I didn't want to be over pushy or over suggestive and aggressive about progressing through Battle Cats, because you know, you can progress however you want to progress, but this is the smoothest way. But yeah, that's it guys for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like if you did, that would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, join the hashtag Boogle gang, and it's been Boogle, and see ya.